Hey YouTube, Mark here. Another fun day today on the grill. We're going to be doing some smoking again. I've got 2 turkeys that I'm going to do. I've been working on this recipe for a while now, and I think I've got it just about where I like it. So I'm going to show you exactly what I do. This actually came about because of a buddy of mine in the motorcycle club. He smoked turkey and he was raving on about it, so I was like, yeah, it sounds something like something I want to do. So I started playing around with it, and I've done it a few times, and like I said, I think I've got it down to what I like. So let me show you what I'm going to do here, and basically we're going to inject the turkey and put a rub on it and put it in the smoker. Now the fun thing is I got something special. I just got it the other day, and yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve because I haven't had this, but we'll see what happens. So let's go have some fun. You'll have to excuse some of the added noise in the house today. My daughter's got a friend over and they're... Anyway, the first thing I'm going to show you is the injection that I'm going to make. It's kind of cool, it's simple. It's salt and then some stock, homemade of course. And let's see, some lemon juice, and the kicker to the whole thing is garlic juice. And the reason I'm using this instead of minced garlic is because the regular minced garlic will clog up my injector, because I'm not using a standard injector. Okay, those things leave too big a hole. So what I use, I got this off of a guy on YouTube, and I was like, yeah, that seems like it would work pretty well. And that's this. It is actually for animals. It's a syringe to give, you know, a horse or a dog, a cow, or something like that, an injection. Okay, so you got a nice sharp needle point. It's going to leave a nice small hole in the turkey, so the juices aren't going to come flying out of it. Okay, alright, so this is what I've got going on. This is my turkey stock, homemade. Okay, basically every time I grill a turkey or whatever, I just boil the bones for a few hours. That's all you got to do. Simple, huh? Being that there's so much salt and seasoning on my turkeys, I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to salt, pepper, add herbs or anything like that. It's already on the turkey. So I got that. In this little pot, I've got a cup, 1 cup of stock in there. Now, if you don't have stock laying around the house, go and buy a can of chicken stock, okay? Same thing. All right, to this, I'm going to turn on the heat, just medium heat. Got 1 cup of lemon juice. Yeah, you heard me right, 1 cup. 1 stick of butter. Now, when I first started making this recipe, I was putting in about, I think it was a 1/4 cup of salt. Okay, now that my stock is so well salted, I'm cutting back. This is only 2 tablespoons. And then a few dashes of your favorite hot sauce. Now again, my spices, my rub that I put on the turkey, it's already in the stock, so the stock alone has some good heat. But I'm going to add 10 shakes, but if you're just starting out, probably 15 to 20 would be better. I'm just going to heat that up enough just to get that butter to melt. Okay, my last of my butter is just about melted now, and I don't really want it any hotter than this. Okay, I don't want it to cook the turkey when I'm injecting it, so I'm going to just turn it off now. And now, this is the secret. It's the garlic, and I got about a tablespoon and a half in here. Now that might be too much for you, might not be enough. So you're going to have to play with the recipe and see what you like. All right, this is ready. Let's inject a bird. Oh, by the way, all this is for one bird, not both. All right, now the secret on this is you really got to keep it stirring, otherwise the butter floats to the top. Now watch this leg when I inject it. It blows up like a balloon. Every time I go for more, I gotta keep stirring it. Get that butter all mixed in. Of course, you inject it everywhere, not just the legs, not just the thighs. Alright, I'm going to keep injecting this bird and I'll let you know when I'm done. Okay, so as you can see, there's a lot left in the pan here that kind of spewed out as I was injecting, and you're probably sitting there going, oh Mark, I knew it wouldn't all fit in there. You know what? Bull. I'm going to pour this back in my little pot, just warm it up a little bit to make sure the butter is still melted, and I'm going to keep on injecting it until every drop is inside that turkey. Okay, time for the rub part. I got the injection all in. I'm happy with how much it took. It's going to be full of flavor. And a lot of people are like, oh, you put so much lemon juice in there. Isn't it going to taste lemony? Actually, no, it doesn't. Basically, the lemon juice helps to break down the tissue, so you'll get a nice, soft texture. It's not going to be chewy. It's not going to be dry. We could put so much liquid into this thing, it's just going to blow your mind. So don't worry about it tasting lemony, it won't. If anything, it kind of gives it a fresh taste, that not lemon taste. But okay, anyway, here's my rub. Yes, I do buy it, but I modify it. There's a nice little spice store down in Galena, Illinois, and they sell just a ton of barbecue seasonings, rubs, sausages, marinades, chip dips, you know, just everything you can think of for food. I mean, and it's great stuff, it really is. This here is the Chef Evo's feather and fowl poultry seasoning. Okay, now what I do is I mix this with some chicken Montreal seasoning, and that's my rub. So it is this, but it is also a Montreal seasoning for chicken. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I get good contact. I'm not going to do like what you do with ribs or with or a pork shoulder, okay? You're not smothering it in seasoning, okay? But I do want a nice healthy coating. Okay, so here's our rub. Sprinkle it on. Make sure to get some down in the body cavity a bit. Get it on the wings. Okay. That's good for that one. Let's do the other one. Okay. That's a good amount of rub on both birds, and let's go outside and get the fire going. Oh, gotta wash my hands first. But you remember me telling you I got something different for smoking? Well, check this out. I got a side firebox. That's why I'm able to do 2 turkeys into that grill now, because I don't have to save almost half my grill just for fire. I can cook indirectly and smoke from that firebox. Cool. Alright, so let me show you what else I got going on here. Okay, so there's my firebox. I already got the paper in there to start my fire. I got a little bit of olive oil spritzed on there so it will light the coal nice and easily. I have 2 water pans in here, and that's just to add a little more moisture. I got 2 because, well, you know, 2 birds, I figured, yeah, why not. Keep moisture in there too so they won't dry out. But with all that injection, they shouldn't dry out anyway. So time to get this thing fired up and get going. It's heating up really well. I'm real happy with it. I am keeping a slightly bigger fire in the side box than I would normally do, just because, you know, it's gotta travel and maybe I'll get some heat loss. But it seems to be working just fine. I'm already up to 120 something degrees. I'm trying to keep my temperature around the 250 mark. So yeah, just a little bit longer and I can put the turkeys on. I got the 2 birds on, center of the grill. I'm gonna check them probably in about 3 hours or so. I'm more interested to see how the turkey on this end is doing. I'll probably end up having to rotate them. You know, I'll switch them, plus I'll do front to back. So yeah, that's all I gotta do. You know, I just gotta maintain a temperature of 250 and we'll be good to go. And it's smelling good already. Look at that. The leaves are turning colors. Autumn is definitely here. You know, a lot of people say that summertime is the best time for your grilling and whatnot. I beg to differ. I think autumn is the best time. I'm not dying in the heat out here. I'm staying warm at least. Nice cool breeze blowing. The leaves are turning colors. It's just beautiful out here. This should be barbecue season. It's just phenomenal. I love it. I really do. You know, if you wanted to, you don't have to do the exact recipe I do. You know, play with the stuff. Take out a little bit of the broth, put in some teriyaki. That would be awesome. Maybe some soy sauce. There's just tons of things you could do to add flavor to these turkeys just by injecting. Inject Dr. Pepper in it. I don't know. Play with it. See what happens. Let me know. What about root beer? I might have to try that sometime. Root beer turkey. Could be in the next $1 billion idea. What about coffee? Coffee injected turkey? Might work. How about beer injected turkey? Yeah! That'd be cool! How about pina colada? A little rum, a little tequila, a little coconut. Oh man, that sounds good too. Alright, I gotta admit, I've got mixed feelings on the firebox. It does free up more of the grill space and I love that. However, it's having to eat up a lot more coal than I'm used to. I've already had to fill it up like 3 times and you know, it's just, it is easier to maintain the temperature though. I've noticed that the, you know, once it gets to a certain spot, it pretty much stays there. It really doesn't move until you need to add more coals. So I am grateful for that, but you know, it almost seems like I'm going to eat through this whole 8-pound bag of coal before the turkeys are even done. I might have to run to the store and get more. So I'm kind of mixed on the side box, but you know what? As long as it's producing a good product, I'm not going to complain about it. Maybe it could be one of those things too that, you know, it's only when I'm doing large amounts of food, you know, like today I'm doing 2 turkeys, that I'll use the firebox. But if I'm having to just do 1 turkey, I can just do what I normally would do. That's a possibility. I think I feel a few sprinkles falling. It's been cloudy, overcast all day. It rained like a bitch last night. Oh, hopefully I'll be fine. Well, I know I will be. You can tell it's cold. You can see the steam coming off my breath. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside. I'm definitely feeling drops. Alright, let's open it up and take a look at the birds. I'll probably have to spin them now. Oh yeah, looks nice. Yeah, it was definitely time to turn them. The one sides were getting darker than the others, so yeah, definitely a time to turn. All right, they're out of the grill and resting. Probably give them about, oh, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes just to rest. You don't want to cut it into it right away, otherwise they're going to lose all their juice and it's going to become dry no matter what happens. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of let them sit there. As you can see by the one, you know, it's kind of falling off the bone here, so it is. It's definitely done and ready to be eaten. So yeah, I actually ran out of charcoal like I thought I would end up happening, or what I thought would end up happening. Didn't go out and get more, so I just finished it in the oven. I was real close to my target temp. I didn't want to run to the store just to get another bag of charcoal, so yeah, I just stuck it in the oven, finished it off, and get it that last 10 degrees or so. So, but it smells wonderful in here now, so. Alright, time to sit here and wait for this stuff to cool down just a little bit, and I'll start carving into it and ripping into it.
That's good.
I pulled off that one loose leg, and let's give it a shot here. Very good flavor. That garlic juice, it's just so potent. You're not using a lot of it. Well, I use like a tablespoon and a half. But man, it's all over the meat. It's moist. It's not dry. The skin did crisp up in the oven just a little bit, which isn't a bad thing. I think I had it on the smoke for close to 5 hours. And then it took about another hour in the oven. The best piece on the whole bird. It's called the oyster. I've already had the one. And I'm going to hog this one too. Ah. Cook's privilege. Mmm.